I forgot to do this before I started, but we've been welding. Probably not the prettiest thing you ever seen, but it's going to hold. It's all fixed there now. All I got to do is make the piece to go down here for the cylinder and back here. But now we're going to use the hoist to pick this thing up. And hopefully that's enough. Yes. So much simpler. Get off there. And now, wheel's not perfect, but it's pretty straight. I just need some TLC now. What do you think, Pop?
I don't know. I've lost my hair.
So we're going to get the pick the front end up, get the block over there out, and put this thing away. Never fails, the compressor come on. But as always, guys, we'll see you next time. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I love this hoist. See you next time, guys. Hi, guys. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Well, Tuesday evening now. It's about 5 o'clock, 5:30, something like that. I'm calling it a day. But I wanted to give you a little idea of what I've been doing. We've had a strong wind advisory all day, and chance of showers. And I don't know if you can really see it. That way it's kind of dark looking and getting kind of dark looking over through yonder. So I guess it's going to be a good time to call it. But I've been working today on the parts for the New Idea conditioner I bought, and making some new brackets. This one goes on the machine on the frame to hold the cylinder to the frame. This gets put on in what's factory to push the wheels up. I know what they did to screw it up. This piece was completely missing off of it, and so is this. And I know what they did. They had the hand crank screwed in all the way to put it in transport lock. Well, transport, you might say. And they retracted a two-way cylinder, and it literally ripped this piece right out of the framework of the conditioner. And I have no idea what happened to this piece. It was just gone. This piece, I really didn't know what it even looked like. So yesterday, I went down to get the air cleaner for the skid steer, the new filter, and asked them if they could look this up. And he looked through the computer's parts book, and found that it's a 2 by 12 by half bar, which I came home and got to looking around. This is a 2 by 14 bar by half. It already had a 3/4 inch hole drilled in it for the pinhole, for the so it can pivot, you know, this way. So the plan is, I got this made out of, this is all scrap, by the way. It's a piece 3/8 plate, piece of an I-beam is what it was. I cut the eye out of that right there. This was a piece of structural steel, one of the plates for a joint that I cut a piece out because it just so happens to have an inch hole. I got it cut, prettied up, welded in there. Once I get this welded in, then I can make this part, because I don't know exactly what the center to center of the holes are supposed to be. It doesn't give that kind of a description in the parts book, other than to say it's two wide, 12 long, and a 1/2 inch thick. That's all it says. But at least I've got this part, and I put a pin in it. This part of it lays up against the push where it pushes perfectly, and the hole is offset this way. So it being that way works perfectly on that machine. So as soon as I get this welded in it, then I can put this on and do some measuring to find the 28 inch mark between here and here, and figure out you know, if I'm going to put this out to the edge or back, or where it needs to be. You know, it might be up here some, it might, you know, I don't know yet. Won't know till I get this welded on there, and then see how the cylinder is going to react to it, because it needs to go just a little beyond the end of the crank. When you crank it all the way up, it needs to go just a little bit beyond that, so all the weight's not carried on that hand crank, if that makes sense. But that's kind of what I've been doing today, getting this built. And I'm going to say this right now, I am not a welder by any stretch of the imagination. I am a proper barnyard rod burner. I'm no Chucky 2009 by any stretch of the imagination. But I don't believe it's going to go anywhere. There's plenty of weld there. And of course, this gets welded across the top, the bottom, the sides, on the back, where the bracket, that bracket was welded, it ripped a piece out of the framework. So I cut that out and then weld to the back side of this to give it more support. But at any rate, guys, that's what I've been up to today, making parts. But I'm gonna get out of here. The wind is blowing, is a howling. The sky is getting dark like it's going to rain, and it's getting kind of cool now. So I'm going to call it a day, guys. So we'll see you next time, and as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Farmer's work is never done, and he's always making parts. We'll see. Well, hi guys, back to working on this cut conditioner. trying to get a better idea of the parts I made to replace. Bar here, I believe that's going to be a little bit long, but I don't know till I get a cylinder put in it. And run into a issue. Once I got it kind of cleaned up, now maybe you can see it there, how far it's sticking out. And I know what they did to this, how they got that so screwed up. They had that cylinder or that screw just like that for transport all the way up. They retracted the cylinder. That bar came as far as it could this way, had no place to go because you got that, you know, that axle there. So it literally pulled it right out of the box tubing. And that's a piece of quarter wall box. So now I got to figure out how to straighten up. You can see, kind of tell it's, you know, it's sticking out a good 1/4 inch. How to get that straightened up so I can put this on it. And I may even have to cut this, you know, shorten that up now. So I'm going to take the split maul, see if I can't drive that in a little bit and see what happens. This might, that's going to really make things interesting getting this fixed with that being puckered out like that. May have to heat it, get it hot with a torch, and then bend it back in. Hope not, but we'll find out here in a minute. So hang on, guys, we'll be back. Well, we've been making parts again. Gonna have to do a little more work on the cut Dishner before I can put that piece I made for the cylinder to hook to the frame. Guess I'm going to have to do some heating and beating. Now remember, guys, I am not a welder by any stretch of the imagination.
I just seen you weld.
Turkey bird. But henceforth, the piece for the to go on a wheel pickup for the cylinder. It's not pretty, but
It'll work.
I'm still getting used to it. I'm really trying with the MIG welder.
Yeah, welded for a while.
No, I haven't. Not for 6-8 months. 6 months at least.
It makes a big difference.
You know, what I've learned about MIG welding is you need to stay on it continuously.
Yep.
Going between stick and MIG, there's a big difference between the two, and it gets tough sometimes. But we got this piece made. I know we're measured it out and everything, and may not look quite as heavy as factory, but the description for this part from New Idea says 2 by 12 by half bar. That's all it says in the description for the part. Nobody has it in stock, so you got to make it. Well, that's 2 by 12 by half, and a piece of 1-inch pipe put in there to push. And you know, it's not welded too bad. It'll hold.
That's all that matters.
I'm not worried about that. It's just not the prettiest welds you ever seen, but it's fixed. And right, it literally can be bolted on there, and it's done. Somewhere I got the bolt sitting. Yeah. Right there will be the bolt for it. So we've got that part made. It's done. The piece is going to get welded on the cut ditioners right there. But like I say, it's quarter wall box tubing in there, and this piece had been ripped out of it. So the metal is all, pooched out, pulled out. So I'm going to have to heat it with a torch, take a sledgehammer and beat it back in and get this in place. Weld it, weld it, weld it, weld it, and be done with it. Ain't that right, Pop?
I can fix anything.
Yeah, turkey bird. Got any wits and wisdoms for the day?
Oh, Lord. Just don't forget to thank God for the day.
Yeah. Well, it's clouding up, it's spitting rain now. It's only about 59 degrees, I think.
Or less.
Yeah, it's got a chill to the air. Enough so that I had to get my coat on. But the parts are made. Now I just got to get, this is easy, put the bolt through it, tighten the bolt up. This is done, and then get it up to weld that piece over there on it. That's what we've been doing today. So
I cut grass.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
And
it froze to death.
yeah, not supposed to cut grass and freeze. That's just not right.
No.
At any rate, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to call it a day and go in and get warm.
Hallelujah.
So we'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Parts making never ends around here. See you next time, guys. Well, hi, guys. It's Saturday morning, and it's spitting rain again. I can't get a whole lot done, so I'll do a few little projects. I just did this. Thought I was recording it, but turned out I wasn't. So I'm hoping that the piece I made here is right. All I had to go off of was a picture on a screen for a parts order. That's all I had to go by, so I'm hoping that I got it right. And the description they gave was part is 2 inches by 12 inches by ½ inch thick. And it gave no dimensions where the holes were. Well, I had this piece of metal. Already had a 3/4 hole in it, and it's 2 by 12. And I managed to cut a piece of pipe, 1 inch pipe, cut it and welded it in there for that part. Because all it does, as you can see, they tore the piece out of that. It's supposed to be for the cylinder. I know what they did. Had this up in transport. This piece came, as far as it could that way. And it just yanked the piece out of the frame. Now I have a piece made in the barn for that. I'm going to have to trim it, I think, on the top to get it in here. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to take the torch and heat this area up and beat it in, because you really can't tell. It's kind of pooched out where it pulled it. So I that's kind of a, kind of one of them things. I'll have to cross that bridge when I get it up to the barn and get to where I can, you know, bend that in and get it welded. And then I'll know if my piece I made is right or not. I literally have no clue if it is or not. But I guess quits raining for a while. Maybe I'll get lucky and be able to get it up there to work on it, because the skies are not looking promising, and it is spitting rain. So we're going to call it quits for right now on this and try to get some other things done. So we'll see you next time, guys. I'll tack this on with another one. You know, progress of the fix. So we'll see you here in a bit, guys. Well, hi guys. It's Saturday afternoon, about a little after 5. Me and Dad's getting ready to call it a day. Ain't that right, Dad?
Hallelujah.
Been working on this thing off and on. I had to go on a flat tire rescue and a lawnmower rescue that died. But I got my brackets put in, and I got that bracket welded in. Now, I'm not a welder, guys, so please don't make too much fun of my welds. But I'm pretty sure it's going to hold. There's a lot of weld there. It's just not the prettiest. I'm not the best with vertical ups. So I stitch weld it back and forth. But it's in there. I put the mechanical ram on. It's 28 inches, fully extended. It's right to the end of the threads on the crank. So I got that piece right off the bat. Got lucky. Now take this back, the mechanical ram back off, close everything up, get it out of here, fix the jack. The little pin on the lever you pull broke, the tip of it broke off, so I had to weld it up and grind it down. So hopefully it's fixed. And I'm glad this is done. Whew, this has been a lot of work in here, ain't it, Dad?
Yes, sir. I'm afraid it is.
These overhead welds and such are not my forte. I'm no Chucky 2009. You know what I'm saying? But welding is one of them things, if you do it every day or every other day, you're a lot better at it. But when you go months at a time without touching it and try to remember how you did this or that, or go from a MIG welder to a stick welder, yeah, it really just, it's something you got to do every day. But the new idea cut conditioner is all fixed now and ready to roll. Even checked the oil in the gearbox. It's good now. So I think me and Pop is going to call it a day. Got any wits and wisdoms for the day, Dad?
Oh, boy.
You've been talking my ear off all day.
Can't think of nothing.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to unhook this, put it up, put it back, get it out of here. Yeah. Job well done, I believe. from going from a description of a piece of description on this part here was 2 by 12 by half. That was the whole description of that part. You know, I had no idea how long it needed to be sticking out, so we winged it. At any rate, guys, hopefully the next time you see this, I'll be using it or trying it or something. So as always, guys, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys. Me and Papa's calling it a day. See you next time, guys. Ha 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 ha.